Hey, hey, hey. All right. First I want to start with I know I have not done a podcast in a while. Uh, there are reasons behind that, and I will get to those reasons. But for clickbait purposes, I won't get to it right in the beginning of the stream. So if you're super curious, then, you know. And yeah, I throw something in my head not to cover up that I'm bald. I clearly shave my head, and it's obvious that I have no hair, which means there's a little bit of a glare, and I like to throw something on that covers the glare. I really like this hat, but I am aware that it does look stupid on me. But if you can find something that doesn't look stupid on me, I'm open to suggestions. Still gonna wear stuff that looks stupid on me though, because I like it. Anyways, all right, so it's been a little while, a few months actually. Uh, Legal proceedings are over. I can now just freely fucking run my mouth. There has been a lot going on politically. I would be remiss if I avoid all of it. So I am going to cover politics. I am going to be fair and balanced while asserting my personal thoughts and opinions. I have no desire to insult people for disagreeing with me. I will try to insult ideas without insulting people. I'm gonna fail. I'm gonna insult people, uh, or people will feel insulted, but that's not the intention. So let's get started. The UK had an election, and Nigel Farage, who might be my favorite politician, definitely favorite politician in Europe, 6 million votes, and they got less than 20 uh, representatives in parliament. Whereas Tories, who got no votes, end up pulling 170 seats. And everyone's like, they've never done that bad. They should get no seats. No seats. Nobody wanted them. In France. I love France. I love France. I love French culture. I love the French language. I listen to Johnny Halliday, like Vive la France. But this election was shit. Marine Le Pen, love her or hate her, she had the most votes. She had more votes than anyone else, but this coalition crap. Both the UK and France showed fake democracy. Now, I am very, very honest that pure democracy is a terrible idea. But I believe France, in particular, is far less democratic than it should be. And the end of that second round shenanigans. Um, my suggestion for the United States, I believe, would apply rather well to France. Hold the election. Now, in the US, it should be slightly different. But you hold the election, and all right, everyone, you got the top two people. Now, vote on those two without the third party. I think it's the only way to end the two-party system in America. Now, in France, they don't have a two-party system. In the UK, they have a weak two-party system. The US has a ironclad two-party system. So I believe in France, if you don't go, all right, round two, who wants to drop out? No. You sign up, you're a candidate, you're there for the election. Boom. Locked in. No changes. Round one. All right. Well, these are the top three for each place. And now choose between those three. That's the solution. Then, if the super, super far right and the moderate and the super, super far left all come in the top three, then, well, now we whittle it down, and the moderates, we'll see which ones shift to one of the other sides. But if first place is crazy far right, and second place is leaning right, and third place is crazy far left, then we know who's going to win. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Marine Le Pen should be the president of France. Should be. Whether you love it or hate it, she should be. And I think the fact that someone who is very much right-wing and not a centralist, leaning right, got so many votes is because the election system in France benefits the extremes. Now, Venezuela. Is it Venezuela or Venezuela? I've always said Venezuela because of the UA, but I don't know. I've not cared enough to research. They held an election, and it was widely regarded as bullshit fake. The government clearly controls the election process to the point where it benefits the incumbent to an extreme amount. No one outside of one member of Pink Floyd truly believes it's a genuine, honest election. Now, I'm not saying he's the only one that believes it's a good thing. Plenty of people are in favor of the socialist, not accurate election. But no one believes it's genuine. Just saying. We all have this thing where, oh, the election was rigged. Well, all elections have some attempts at rigging. JFK, and this is widely accepted as fact, stole an election. But people aren't super, super butthurt about it because JFK is genuinely well liked. A large number of people were very, very butthurt and claimed the 2000 election was stolen. It would not surprise me, but there's not enough evidence for it to be widely accepted. But yeah, there is some smoke. Doesn't mean there's fire. And to bring us to 2024, no matter what happens, the losing side is going to claim it is rigged. It's just going to be that way. 2016, Democrats claimed it was a stolen election. 2020, Republicans claimed it was a stolen election. 2024, the same thing is going to happen. We need, in my humble, correct opinion, we need better rules for the election. We need to secure the election. Now, this bullshit of trying to secure the election is racist. That's a really stupid thing to say. Really stupid. To say everyone reasonable can agree the elections need to be more secure. Now, the debate should be ease of voting versus security. Where do we find the line? I don't want it to be crazy like in the Philippines. Ink, thumbprint, sign my name, blah, 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 and all that. Like, oh, like that seems a bit invasive. But it seems very weird that you can't show your ID to vote. I don't have any ID. Okay. Do you have a social security number? Do you have a social security card? Everyone should have one. Like, they're, at the very least, here's my social security card, and it goes in the database, and if that fucking number gets used twice, then those votes are looked at. That seems reasonable. I don't see why someone would have a crazy objection to that. Reasonably. Now, Joe Biden stepped down from the re-election. I know there are a lot of conspiracy theories about this. He was adamant that he was going to run. His wife was very passionate that he was going to run, and his son Hunter was very passionate that he was going to run. The debate performance, he lost he lost the confidence of his supporters. And right then, everyone said, "Oh, he's going to drop out. He's going to drop out." But he kept saying, "No, no, no." So there's a conspiracy theory that future President Trump is pushing that it was stolen from Joe Biden. They went behind his back and stole it from him. I don't think that's fairly accurate. I think people behind the scenes, donors mostly, celebrities, I think enough people made public statements that someone like Barack Obama, who has a large amount of control in the party, was able to say, look, we can do an open convention. We got enough famous people and we got enough support to do it and not be hated for it. But you can step down and you will be loved and praised forever. And I think that was the deciding factor, that you're not going to be the nominee, but we can make it ugly, or you can be a hero. I think that's what happened. I think that's reasonable. I think until enough celebrities and enough donors were openly vocal that they didn't have any threat to make him step down. But no, I don't think it was stolen from Joe Biden. Democrats have not had a primary since 2008. They haven't. 2008, Hillary Clinton was anointed as the next president. And fucking Mr. Salerno, fucking Obama, Barry popped in, and just charming and smart and just fucking fantastic. I mean, that dude, I love a lot of his policies. I hate some of his policies. But you're full of shit if you don't think he was a great candidate. Fantastic candidate. I mean, easy to fall in love with the dude. And say, wait, I disagree with his stuff. I still like him. He won the nomination. Shocked everybody. Won re-election. Which, seriously, Republicans could not put up any candidate. They just gave it to him. I mean, seriously. And then 2016, Bernie Sanders won the nomination. He did. Not a Bernie bro. By any means. Not a fucking Bernie bro. But he won the nomination. They appointed Hillary. She lost. Even I was surprised. Everyone was surprised. Hell, there was this. I was working in the hospital, and there was this RN from New Jersey who was hardcore Trump train. I was like, he's my fourth, maybe fifth pick from the Republicans, and Hillary's my second pick from the Democrats. Bernie was my third pick. But he was confident Trump's going to win. No, he's not. There's no fucking way. And it brought me back after the fact to a Dave McClain story, Skinny Devil Music Lab on YouTube. Check him out. Amazing. He was a pretentious, smug kid and just came up to a homeless person with his friends. So who do you think's going to win the election? I'm so smart. I'm adding that. And homeless dude's like, I pick up cigarette butts off the sidewalk and smoke them down. And I think this incumbent president is going to win. His policies are terrible. The American public doesn't trust him. He is failing in this and this and this. And this homeless guy's like, yeah, but nobody keeps track of that. No one pays attention. They feel confident in the economy because they're flipping down cigarettes half lit. They're either not stressed about money or just not stressed at all. There's more food being tossed out. People are more wasteful and less stressed. They're going to vote to keep it, whether it's right or wrong. Homeless dude was right. And defied all pundits and what they thought. So that's going to be something I will always remember when I was like, fucking Donald Trump won? Seriously? Like, who saw that coming? I'll always remember this fucking old ass RN, smart ass prick, love him to death, from New Jersey. He was like, I told you so, I told you so, I told you so. Everyone take your PhDs, put them in a pile, and it don't mean shit. Your master's degrees, all of that, nothing fucking matters. I was right, I saw it, and you didn't. Because you're more educated, but I'm smarter. And I was like, well, fuck, man. We got the same education. But, yep. Fuck yeah, brother. So that brings us to polling. I have had multiple discussions with coworkers, family members, and specific customers at work. One-on-one, not in front of, not when there's people in line or anything. But yeah. And we've got aggregate polls, we've got specific polls. Look at the number of people polled. I mean, there's just polling. When I was in 5th grade, no, I'm lying. When I was in 3rd grade, they used to pull me out of class with the other weird fuckers for something called tag. They call it tag talented and gifted. I think it actually means, and I'm 110 years old, so back then autism was Rain Man. Now autism is anyone that has their fucking ring finger longer than the distance from the navel to the third fucking rib or what have you. But yeah, I think they pulled out the weird kids that were smart, and it was to promote those people working together, doing group work and socially. Great program, by the way. Big fan of it. I think you pull some kid out and be like, hey, you're fucking stupid and don't know how to fucking behave around people. So let me put you in the stupid retard can't talk to people class. What? No. Fuck you. And we're taking all the smart kids and putting them in this classroom. Remember they used to do that, and people fucking shit the bed over that one. Why isn't my kid in that class? But no, then they were like, talented and gifted. It's the smart kids. But not just the smart kids. I mean, you have to be smart to be here, but you have to be gifted as well. So it's more than just, IQ. It's the weird kids that are smart. I remember we used to have debates. We used to have arguments. They would give us these fucking quizzes. And it's like, Bill and Bob both had the same drink. Exactly the same. Nothing different between the two drinks. Bill drank it fast, Bob drank it slow. Bill died, Bob did not. Ask questions. Allergies? Nope. Neither one has any allergies. Was there poison? Yes. Okay. Bill was poisoned. Bob wasn't. No, there is no difference between the drinks. If something was poisoned, it's for both. Oh. And then you got these 4 or 5 fucking weird fucking assholes, and most of us did not like each other. And we're arguing about this. By the way, the solution is it was poisoned. The poison was in the ice. And the dude that drank it fast didn't get poisoned. The dude that drank it slow, the ice melt, and he got poisoned. Boom. But it wasn't about who finds the answer, because they were going to make sure we got to the answer. It was about how we got there. Because you got a fucking half a dozen people that are like, let me think. No, you have to ask questions to the dungeon master. And that's what happens. You're kind of forced to interact. I know that's a random tangent. But yeah, polling is... Oh, I remember why I brought it up. One of the things was statistics. You can't lie about the numbers. Correct. But can you mislead with the numbers? And my teacher, I don't remember what grade this is, but I remember it was the year my father was in Iraq, and we did pen pals, and my teacher was like, "Oh, everyone write letters to Jay's dad," and no one fucking thought to tell dad, "Hey, they're gonna read these in front of the class." So this poor fucking kid was like, da da da, skip, 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 da da da. Teacher's like, "No, read all. Here, I'll read it." Your teacher can't be that. I didn't find out what all of it was for a while, but yeah, it was like, your teacher isn't stupid. Your teacher just struggles to understand what you're saying because you're not speaking clearly. She doesn't hate you. She probably doesn't even think about you outside of work. It's not nice to say she's fat or ugly. People could say you're ugly because ugly is something that everyone chooses differently. You might like pickles, and your brother might hate pickles. It doesn't mean pickles are bad. And, dad was just being actually pretty fucking kind about it. And yeah, the minute I found out, or the minute I told dad, yeah, I don't know what you said, but dude got in trouble. Dad quit writing letters, period. But that was the year that the tag teacher was like, "I'm going to give you data. Does it," and it was something innocent, innocuous. I can't remember what it was, but I remember the lesson. I remember the scenario. But let's go with, do black cats bring bad luck? And here's all the data. Cat owners in America, the percentage of cats owned that are black, and then the single cat owners and that color, and cat owners bad luck shit, whatever data that would be, and then each individual cat owner with each individual color cat and their bad luck number. Obviously, that last one is the accurate one. That don't exist. You'd have to fucking dig through mountains of data. Like, okay, people that own 12 fucking cats have this much bad luck. Well, maybe they're buying 12 cats. Maybe they have 12 cats because they're pissed off and angry and hate the world because they have this much bad luck number. And cats are what gives them comfort. You can do the same thing for turtles, dogs, hamsters, not otters. Not otters. But, these are numbers. Numbers don't lie. Cool. Now, we look at this data and fucking Horny over here, that's his name, my unicorn friend. I know we're supposed to call him Patchy because there was an incident in the freezer and he lost an eye, but I just like that calling him Horny while he's flaccid. It's like calling a bald guy hairy. So Horny over here, he fucking took that data and was like, well, cat owners have this much bad luck compared to non-cat owners. And I'm going to go with the color of the cat doesn't matter at all. Okay. Not lying. Making an assumption based on the data presented. Now, Cuddle over here. Yeah. By the way, Cuddle was made by, I don't know about the sharing the number. Sorry. Cuddle was made by Fat Pat's Fabrication. Pat's Fabrication Station at gmail.com. This. Oh no. This is Cuddles. Beautiful. Cuddles because he's got multiple tentacles. Not. Well, also because he's soft and green. Best color ever. Now, Cuddles was like, okay, well, when you look at the single cat owners versus multiple cat owners, the bad luck number goes down drastically. By the way, bad luck number is a made up thing, not real, but it serves the purpose of this conversation. So, the I only own one cat versus I own 3 cats versus I own 95 cats. One cat, reasonable 2, 3, crazy 96. A or B? Well, one single cat owner, way less bad mojo number. So Cuddles is talking about, no, it doesn't mean you're cursed with bad luck by owning a cat. You're just cursed with bad luck if you own more than one cat. Oh. Well, Raven here. By the way, I named Raven Raven because Raven is a raven. Raven, Raven, Raven. Sorry, I said the fucking word 12 times, so I might as well round it up to 15. The bird is saying, well, let's break down the data on how many cats a person owns versus their bad mojo number, bad luck number, to see if cats really bring bad luck. Now, 1 cat, 2 cat, 3 cat, right? We'll break it down. So the number comes to this. The more cats you own, it increases your bad mojo number by %. All of these are going to give wildly different numbers. But they're all asking the same question. Does a black cat give bad luck? And the way people choose to measure it determines the outcome. And you don't have to be stupid to know how that works. You just have to be stupid to believe it. I remember I made a chart, and I think first place, let's keep the numbers simple. First place was 100. Second place was 83. Third place was 81. Fourth place was 70. Fifth place was 62. Right? So you throw up a chart that's like, all right, boom. First place, second place, third place, fourth place. First place clearly won. That's not convincing enough. So you do a bar graph, and which is the most visually appealing because it's what we're the most comfortable with. It's also the most easily manipulated. So the bar graph at the bottom goes 10%, 20%, 30%, 40%, 50%. Or not percent, but 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Cool. And all the bullshit, random stuff no one cares about's, in there. Everyone's getting to discard that. Then you go 55, 60, 65, 70. So now the difference between that 42 number and that 38 number, which are like, now suddenly the difference between fucking 62 and 52 is here and here. All right, now you're down to the top 3 or 4%. So you go 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78. right? So that now everything's way higher, and then you get to 1, 2, and 3 super close together. And that's why it looks like, oh, well, it was super close between 2 and 3, but then as soon as you get to 85, then you go to 85.5, 86, 86.5, 87, and it makes the gap even bigger. So now you've created 3 tiers of, yeah, you didn't lie, you didn't mislead, nothing changed. You're just presenting an image that accurately represents things. And oh no, people don't look at the side of the graph and read into it. Oh no. Just like, hey, I need you to ask 10 random people, do they like broccoli or bacon? Just 10 random people. All right. 10 random people. Where can I find 10 random people? Oh, I know. Let me go to the vegan convention. And suddenly, 9 out of 10 people like broccoli over bacon. Oh, big news story. Now, I went to the vegan convention in Dartmouth. So clearly, pigs are not being eaten in this part of the country. Could it be connected to an increase in pro-Palestinian support? And obviously, when there's pro-Palestinian, pro-Hamas support, there will be more pro-Israel supporters showing up. Neither one eats pork. In fact, this is the only survey that shows pork is less desirable than broccoli. Clearly, this is the next place for a giant riot. Anyone who cares about this topic, please come to this location so that you can support your side, because it's going to get ugly. Now, did the news lie? No. But come on. So, last of the politics, I promise. I am going to do a stream of an election map covering the polls, covering the Electoral College. I'm going to make a video regularly covering the polls, the voting patterns, and the way things appear, and try to keep influence, propaganda, and everything out of it and just data dump. Now, I'm not expecting a shit ton of views or anything, but when people ask me, what do you think? What about this and this and this and that? And want to have a debate. Because generally, when someone walks up and goes, oh, look, right here, a poll shows that this person is over this person. I thought you said that. So tell. So I am going to break down an election map for the presidential race, because I do that regularly and find it interesting. I know it's important, but it does feel like playing an old video game from the 90s. And discuss it. I'm going to try to do it in a regular pattern, and I've actually considered trying to do a news channel, music review, movie review channel, something separate. But I'm really struggling with the two channels I got now. But I am back because the court case ended. Talk about that in a minute. But yeah, I'm going to make a video breaking down the election map. All right. Next is some drama. So I would like to interrupt with a happy story. Jimmy Carter. My mother loves Jimmy Carter. She thinks he is an amazing, wonderful person. She thinks he's a good man. She thinks he's a good person. She thinks that people need to look at Jimmy Carter and find motivation on how someone could come from nothing and be the president. And then, after being the president, just keeps doing awesome shit. And my mother is right. I love Jimmy Carter. I admire Jimmy Carter. Jimmy Carter is a good person. Now, Dad thinks whenever Mom points out Jimmy Carter gave the biggest raise to the military any president had, Dad points out, yeah, because he cut this and this and this and fucking fired. Like, yeah, he gave like a 1.5% raise, which was unheard of, after he cut like 27% of the budget, which was unheard of. But yeah, hey, I'm going to fire 30% of the employees and use 1% of their income or 1% of their salary to spread it amongst you guys and give a pay raise. I think Dad's a little harsh. I think Mom's a little kind. Dad thinks Jimmy Carter was a bad president. Mom thinks Jimmy Carter was a good person. Well, they're both right. Jimmy Carter was a terrible fucking president. Terrible fucking president. Jimmy Carter is a good example of why you don't elect a good Christian man who is super honest and will do what God thinks is right. To lead a country and defend against countries that don't follow your religion, don't give a shit about the religion they're supposed to follow. Like, yes, Jimmy Carter did the good, honest, decent thing all the time. And just like the sweet, innocent child, it was taking candy from a baby. So there's been a lot of hate sent to Jimmy Carter because of how terrible he was as a president. And they're not wrong. But Jimmy Carter was like, what would Jesus do? Jesus was crucified on a cross and died to benefit the world around him, to benefit his followers. Jesus Christ died for my sins. It's really hard to be angry at Jimmy Carter for using that as a guiding stone for leading the country. But it did not work. Did not work. Did not work. We all suffered, and everyone else fucking benefited. The fucking long lines at gas stations. Oh, here's your fucking set amount of gas. Next, here's your set amount of gas. What the fuck? Yeah, I know it's difficult. I know we're suffering. But we're right with the Lord. It's hard to get mad about it. But hey, can we get a not good person? Because I don't want to pay that much for gas, and I'm thinking maybe let's not send my son to war in the Middle East. Oh, and then later my grandson, yeah, my son going to Iraq because of this, yeah, oil, yeah. And then his son goes to Afghanistan. Yeah. Thank you, Jimmy. You're a good man. You're serving Jesus. This country's serving Jesus. Yeah. Can we find a Hindu or something? Buddhist? Because, yeah. Hey, Jesus, take my soul. Ronald Reagan, take my tax money. Jimmy Carter was in the news, and I was like, fuck, he's dead. This old motherfucker who did Habitat for Humanity and fought the guinea worms. Bad president, great person. Um, let's look at past presidents and what they've done. And Jimmy Carter is up there with William Taft. William Taft served on the fucking Supreme Court after he was no longer president. Like, he ran for re-election and was still eligible. And was like, all right, I got voted out, fine. My passion is the Constitution. And then the opposing party was like, hey, we got a slot. Put him on the Supreme Court. Like, I mean, yeah. And Jimmy Carter was like, oh, I lost. Well, I could run again. But you know what? I got a better idea. Let's build houses. Let's fucking spread the word about the guinea worms. Hey, let's fucking try to do the good Christian thing, what Jesus would do, and give and help. So yeah, been on hospice for several years. Was supposed to die in 2018. No, I'm sorry, that's a lie. He was supposed to die in 2021. That's when hospice was like, he's got weeks left. Nope. Jimmy Carter stuck around for guinea worms. It's been 6 months and no guinea worm transmissions into humans. Jimmy Carter and his Habitat for Humanity. I think your policies were, and I think your diplomatic weakness was, and I think that, hey, can I pause on attacking you for a minute and go, dude, Habitat for Humanity? Everybody loves that. Everybody loves that. Also, the fact that it's not fully dependent on tax-paying dollars. Like, really? Dude, we all love that. And the all that time in Africa, the clean drinking water and the guinea worms. And most of us Never would have known if your name wasn't attached. Yeah, that. Everyone agrees. Everyone agrees. Fuck. That's pretty awesome. Shitty president. Habitat for Humanity. Yes. Ending guinea worms. Yes. Shitty president. Fucking amazing person. So he's on the news feed. Oh. Well, shit, it's time. Rosemary's dead. Should have come long ago. And it's like, nope, nope. In the news feed, cuz it appears guinea worms has been cured. Jimmy Carter, bottom 5 presidents of all time. Great human being. And I get more pleasure about you being alive to hear the news on the guinea worms. I get more pleasure from that than when some fucking asshole very clearly was super honest in this bought a fucking $7 lottery ticket. Then he goes, no, I didn't want that. All right. Cool. I got it. Set it aside. Handle his very different changes. And then I buy the lottery ticket. I won $150. That's fucking satisfying. And Jimmy Carter, guinea worms. Mom and Dad are going on they're going somewhere to do something. And day and a half, I'm in charge of. I gotta actually go to their house and take care of stuff. But when they get back, enough time for confirmation. I'm like, Mom, Dad, Jimmy Carter. We can all agree on this. And motherfucker did this. But yes, gonna do a don't worry. I'm not gonna do massive fucking stuff. Trying to find some moderately. All right, this one will work. No audio. This is all just stuff, not showing anything graphic. Water, it affects water prevention. There we go. World Health Organization, surveillance and case containment. So, honestly, two of these were actually specifically coined by fucking Jimmy. Surveillance and case containment. That's Jimmy Carter. Safe water practices, making sure this puddle of water that you guys are using is proper. Not giving Jimmy Carter credit for that. That was actually some medical professionals that devised that. And Jimmy Carter was no longer president, no longer in government, and had no ability to none of that. And he prostituted out his endorsement to get people to push that. Vector control, that's not even a reasonable thing. Like, obviously, that's. Ooh. If you want to end a disease, end the things that spread it. So, okay, 2 out of 3. Jimmy Carter gets love. Health, education, and community mobilization. Jimmy making that known. Absolutely known and shared in those awful fucking pictures they showed us in medic school. And the awful fucking terrible fucking pictures they showed my mom when she was researching for her origin. Yeah, that was Jimmy. And this part of the fucking planet didn't give a shit. Jimmy was, I want to build houses. Yeah, I'm 109 years old. I can swing a hammer. I can screw a gun. And yeah. $14 human cases in 2023. This shit was on par with smallpox. Like, water's poison. But if you know the symptoms, and you know that Bob and Bill and Buddy were showing these symptoms, then you know you got guinea worms in your water, and you gotta use a filter straw. Just saying. Jimmy Carter, I respect you as a person. Worst fucking president in my lifetime. Second worst president in my lifetime. Bottom 5 worst presidents ever. Great human being. Us finally getting a point where we can say guinea worms are dead for human purposes. That shows you can pass on to heaven or whatever, or whatever religion anyone subscribes to. Jimmy Carter wins. And he gets to go to a really good, happy place. I mean, all these famous, successful people, they get praised and loved, and yeah, he did this and he did this. Everyone's like, yeah, but he also did the blah, blah, blah. And there's a lot of shit I will attack Jimmy Carter for. Like, you did this and this caused that and blah, 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 blah. But he did it all because I love Jesus and I'm willing to suffer to do what Jesus did. Great. Can't get mad at you for it, but I don't want to suffer. All right, so I'm working on it. Oh wait, I remember it's like a super easy thing. No, that ain't it. Wow. Dude, I remember this being way. Oh, there we go. Anyways, all right, that one's better. Anyways, This is new to me. Um, you go through the whole. Uh, don't worry, those 7, 6, 7, 5, 7. Anyways, uh, those viewers, I am going to do a happy story. Then I am going to discuss the ex-wife situation. And then I'm going to give one more happy story. And then I'm going to fuck you. Then I'm going to bounce. All right. Sorry. Uh, all right. Now, honest Uber driver working to pay for wedding earns hundreds after viral day. Driver for Uber Eats humbly asked for a little generosity. Give his wife. All right, look at him. And sorry, look at the picture, right? Those nails, nice. Erica, sorry. Yeah, that's Erica. Thank you for your order. I'm delivering for 3 on the side to give my fiance wedding she deserves. I am Allie Murphy. Oh man. All right. So, dude was like, I got a good thank you letter. Hey, I'm trying to fucking do nice thing for a pretty girl that I tricked into marrying me, and give me some love. Smart. Mm. All right, so one little thing, and then I'm going to give my story. Actually, make sure the audio is here on that. All right. Now we're gonna play this, and then I'm gonna give my story. Then we'll do one last happy tale, and then I'm gonna go to bed.
I mean, if Leo did not go, I'm not worried about it. Man, say go. That wasn't an approach. Oh, damn! There's no break. Oh!
pretty sure a good amount of time on the court case not being covered. Let me give a recap. Ex-wife left, stole my property, everything I own, forged paperwork to take military household goods. Cool. Drained my bank account to pay for a U-Haul. Cool. Got it. And took everything I own. All right. Then gives me a key to a storage unit a couple counties away. And I get some boxes of movies, which thank you. I'm glad you gave those to me. Boxes of some knickknacks. Thank you. And some slight furniture that you didn't want. You did take my military uniforms. You did take my military awards. You did take an urn of ashes. Gotcha. Anyways, blah, blah, blah. Down the road, she didn't pay a storage bill. I paid a lot of money. When it went to auction, I just paid the past due bill instead of just buying it at the auction. All the pictures, all the stuffed animals, all the emotional things that were hers, I sent to her mother's church. Then down the road, because it takes time, all of our pictures were mixed together. My baby pictures weren't there. Stuff from my school, all my school trips, none of that was there. Cool. My military uniforms and awards were not there. Most of my tie collection was there, though. Thank you. I went through boxes for a long time. I took boxes to my bar and even had my regulars help me go through them. I gave everything that I thought was sentimental. To her mother's church. I have lost everything that mattered emotionally. Even lost my piece of the Berlin Wall. Moved on, moved on. Been divorced 3-4 years. And then my mom gets this fucking letter. Where half a dozen times and it's like, hey, what's up? You're going to prison. You owe $30,000. All right, well, fuck you, 315 Infantry. This is clearly about the Jesse suicide. Look, I'll fucking handle it when I get home. No big deal. Fuck 315 Infantry. Well, turns out it wasn't about my young soldier that 315 Infantry murdered. And then had issues about his gear. Nope, it was ex-wife. Had claimed that her disability required spousal maintenance. Oh, shit. I'm disabled and she gets paid more than me. Also, that second, I'm gonna be kind and say the second dude she's living with, the one in Arkansas, he's clearly making more money than me. I'm a fucking broken cripple. So yeah. The fuck is this? Alright, let me hire an attorney. And long, entertaining story. I have to wait until she has it on her website and it's doing the commercial rounds before I can tell the story or the name of, by the way, Divine Interment. Super awesome story. Well, turns out suing an ex-husband in a state that you weren't married in, never lived in, have no connection to, while claiming you're disabled and need spousal maintenance. You can't have other, you can't have You can't have a spouse that covers your bills and demand the ex-spouse pay. You can't say I'm disabled and can't cover my bills and sue a disabled veteran. Just saying. Also, you can't do it in a state that has no legal authority over your ex. So, clear, obvious, open shut case. Done. Well, apparently it takes fucking 12 million years to have the first hearing. All right. So, first hearing. Well, these are the jurisdiction issues. And if we move past those, then here is the legal notification issues. And if both of those don't go through, then here is the spousal maintenance decree, specifically as it pertains to disability. And could have gone with, well, if the court decrees, oh, jurisdiction, yeah, she can still sue for disability. And yes, notification, absolutely. And then got to the last part. Well, here's the Social Security assessment and the VA assessment. And if all that's valid, then I'm countersuing for spousal maintenance of my own. Because I'm more broken. Anyways, the court ruled that you can't go to a random state and divorce a person and then demand that state force your ex-husband to pay you and your new husband a monthly check. Still waiting on if she will raise money for an appeal, but I don't want nothing from her. I don't. When she got that new dude in Arkansas, and they were like, oh yeah, here's videos of us at concerts and all this and that. I was like, hell yeah. Awesome. I hope she is happy and found what she wants, and fuck yeah. All I want is to live my life in her to live her life. And I hope she's successful and happy and fucking rainbows and fucking hand jobs. I just don't want I just don't want my life to be fucking I don't like being threatened. Go to jail or give me money. I've got no hatred to this person. I want them to be happy, healthy. I want them to be successful and confident. I want them to have a wonderful life. But I gave enough. And I'm not giving up my life. So yeah, ooh, awesome. Those of you that stuck out to get that explanation. So let's do a fun reaction to Good News Network Should Be a Happy Story. Tornado interrupts wedding. That first dance in basement shelter restored my faith in humanity. There are tornadoes. And in the shitty hellhole I'm temporarily stuck in, tornadoes is a big deal, apparently. I made a beautiful, informational, fan fucking titty-tastic documentary on tornadoes. If you haven't seen it, you should. Now, it's not polished or pretty or none of that. But what it is well made. There it is. There is a 17-minute video. Well, let's call it, 17-minute video. If you have ever had any interest in tornadoes, then you absolutely need to check this video out and afterwards find a much better made version. But Dr. Fujita.
So after the April events of pressure, and it will prevent the house or the building that you're in from tell you why big reason. I think that'll mix well. Or the day that he passed. It's close to Thanksgiving. Being
all right. I think this is the drink I created for Dr. Fujita. By the way, F scale is the Fujita scale.
Dr. Tornado Day. And every year I'm going to celebrate it with a drink that I am naming after him. The Dr. Tornado is going to be 1 part sake, Japanese American.
Yeah, sake. Oh. Plum sake is, if you love it, great, but not for mixed drinks. Damn it. I prefer Geikaman. Yes, I said that wrong. Gaigaken sake. This is the sake that I've been